Greetings in love and light, fellow Earth traveler. If you clicked on this video, there's a message for you here from Shadow and Light in this reading. We begin with the lights on to look at the light aspects of our cards, after which we will turn out the lights to see the cards glow in the dark and to look at any shadow aspects needing to be reviewed. Every reading has shadow and light aspects, both giving meaning to each other and work together to provide wisdom for you in whatever way you interpret this reading to mean for yourself. I will be your guide for this reading, but as always, I invite you to please take what resonates and leave what does not, because you are the magician of your own life's path, and you have the intuition to interpret these cards in whichever way your soul most needs. So from left to right, we are going to be looking at past, present, and future. We'll go ahead and reveal what this first card is in the past position, and it is the Two of Cups, with the second card here in the present position being the Emperor card, which is a major arcana card. Major arcana representing major life events. Let's see what this third card is, though, here. In the future position, it is the Star card, another major arcana card. So let's talk about the meanings, the light meanings of these cards. The first one here in the past being the Two of Cups could represent the coming together of two different emotions or two different people, whether that's a close friendship or even a relationship. It doesn't have to be, though. The second card here, though, in the present position signifies, in the light at least, good leadership, positive leadership, divine masculine. That's in our present position. However, the third card in the future represents hope. The Star card is it's good things are on the horizon, but they're not quite bright enough to fully know or understand what they are yet. Now, before we turn out the lights to review the shadow aspects of these cards, I invite you to please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe. Of course, it doesn't cost anything, and it helps push these readings out there to potentially help more people. I am going to also draw an oracle card here, as you see on the right, which might contain an additional message or confirmation of this reading for you when we turn the lights back on. At any time during this reading, though, please also feel free to let me know in the comments how you are interpreting these cards for yourself today. Now I'm going to set these here and draw the card after shuffling, draw the card that we're going to look at and place it here for when we turn the lights back on. But first, let's look at the shadow aspects of these cards. We have the Two of Cups in the past position, which represents, in shadow at least, it could represent unhealthy relationships, a lack of harmony or incompatibility, or some sort of relationship tension, or some sort of tension between two different emotions, whether that is your own emotion, two different feelings within yourself, or with another partner or a friend. In the present position, though, here in shadow, the Emperor signifies some sort of negative leadership. It could signify rigid or strict inflexibility, or a weak or damaged foundation. It could also represent irresponsible or ineffectual leadership, bad government, bad management, domination, or oppression. So that sort of thing could be going on in the present. However, the future position, like I said, is the Star, and in shadow, the Star could mean unrealistic hope, or feeling emotionally drained or depleted, or some sort of pessimism or lacking hope or unrealistic hope, or perhaps even like delusional wishes to be fulfilled. Now that we've reviewed both light and shadow meanings of these cards, we're going to go ahead and turn the lights back on and review our oracle card message that we drew. Remember to use your own intuition to interpret what is needed from shadow and light today for you, and let me know about it in the comments below. Also, if you do get something out of this reading, you might resonate too with the music that my spouse and I create called Fenwick and the Futures, and that's all linked below. We have an interactive shadow light choose your own path music adventure that you can experience for free on our website too, so be sure to check that out afterwards if that feels of interest to you. So before we look at this oracle card here that we drew earlier, I'm going to do an example interpretation for myself. If I were viewing this video or this reading, I would interpret this Two of Cups in the past position to be the union of two passions of mine coming together, which is true right now. My passion for tarot reading and my passion for creating videos and sharing them with others online. That has been a recent decision of mine in my past. And the present is signifying that I am taking the leadership or the initiative as the emperor, building the solid foundation for this new channel, this being the first video of this new channel. And as I do that, the promise in the future is the hope that there is hope with that star card. Hopefully, the hope is of the optimistic kind, the positive kind, that this is going to be a channel that will not only be beneficial for me, but also for others that fall upon these videos. Now, remember, though, that you can interpret these cards with shadow or light. I don't know your life as well as you do, so if any of the shadow meanings were felt more resonant for what you're going through right now, then by all means, of course, use that for your interpretation and tell me about it in the comments below. You can use the shadow meaning for all three cards, or you can mix and match shadow and light meanings depending on what you're going through. But right now, we're going to go ahead and flip over this oracle card to get a confirmation for this reading. And we have Mars, which is really fascinating because, well, at the bottom here you can see it says divine masculine. Mars representing the masculine, and Venus, the planet Venus, being the feminine. This seems to be referring to, I would think, the Emperor card being the divine masculine, if we're taking the light aspect of it, the light interpretation. Now, in this sense, the oracle book here is referring to divine masculine, meaning, the message it says is, do you find yourself feeling frustrated, impatient, frequently fighting with those around you, or lacking the ability to stand up for yourself? If you're taken advantage of, that sounds like effects of being the negative emperor. Don't be afraid to express your emotions to others, which, hey, we're talking about emotions here, which is confirmation of our past positioned card, which is the Two of Cups. Cups in the tarot representing emotion. So with these emotions, it says, don't avoid conflicts, but be sure to deal with them calmly in a considered manner, which I would interpret that being the light aspect of the Emperor card. Always think before you act and take ownership of your actions. Keep taking steps toward your goals, and don't shy away from taking calculated risks when needed to get to where you want to go. So that's in confirmation of this Emperor. You are the Emperor in this present position, and depending on the kind of Emperor, I would say that you choose to be in your own life, depending on what kind of masculinity you decide to pursue. There's also the toxic masculinity that we hear about in society, which is the negative aspect or the shadow aspect of the Emperor. And in the tarot, keep in mind, when we're talking about masculine and feminine, we're not necessarily talking about gender. Everyone has masculine and feminine energies, the yin and yang. So depending on that, what kind of emperor you are, I think is going to determine what kind of star card you see in the future. Is it going to be hopeful, positive optimism of something positive coming, or is it delusional optimism, which is that shadow aspect of the star card? So as we wrap up this reading, I invite you again, if you haven't already, to please like this video, subscribe to this new channel, and comment below what this reading means for you. And again, if you enjoyed this video, I also invite you to check out mine and my spouse's band called Fenwick in the Futures, linked below. And just want to thank you for being here. Thanks for being you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.